The three things that you have to establish before you allow a commitment to take place with a chick, because you can't be betrayed if you're not committed. Am I right? Right. So there's three things that you have to manage before you give her more of a commitment, right? Because she's the one coming to you. You're choosing women that choose you, as I've said. You're letting her have the talk, meaning where do we stand? Where is this going? What are we? Some version of that. You're not the one driving and pushing for that clarity. She is, right? Because you're only choosing women that choose you. That's when you take a look at her life, when you have that conversation and you establish what is the proximity of male friends. It's one of the red flags in the chapter in my book, which you can get for free below over here by opting into the email list. Is she a party girl? Does she do girls' nights out? Does she do trips, weekends away and stuff like that? And I'll clarify these all in a little more detail in a second. The third one is, what's her use of social media look like? Okay. These are all very important, and these will lower the risk factor if you manage that relationship. You're going to get some pushback from some people. They're going to be like, oh, you're insecure. Why are you so controlling? Blah, 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 blah. If I'm going to care about you, then I need to know that there's limited risk associated with my investment in you, with you betraying me or anything going sideways along the way. And it's only prudent that if you're going to have a gal in your life, she doesn't have guy friends. There's no room for girlfriends or wives to have guy friends. A lot of women like to use this, oh, but we've been friends since high school or since elementary school, or we were just engaged for 6 months, 7 years ago, or we've been friends for 10 years. He's just a work colleague. He's my work husband. He's whatever it is. Fuck all that shit. All of that is just a plot to keep an orbiter around, which she may or may not have interest in. She may or may not be on the fence on, and she may or may not have been intimate with in the past, right? You just don't have room for that in a long-term relationship. And again, you only have bargaining position when she chooses you, when she says, where do we stand? Where are we going? If you're some plugged in beta male and you're like trying to put some boundaries around her prior male friend, she's going to just laugh and walk away. She's going to be a pass at that stage. But women that have GBD, genuine burning desire, as I describe in my book below, again, start off with the free chapter on red flags if you want to get a little bit of insight, but it's described properly in the entire book. She doesn't have room for male friends and she'll let them go. First thing. Second thing, girls trips, party girls, whatever it is you want to call them, girls night out. You don't have time for that. If she wants your commitment, if she wants to be in a relationship with you, she can't be going out partying. She can't be spending 2.5 hours doing her hair, makeup, putting on clothes, trying on different outfits, going out for the girls for pre-drinks, doing the drinking, doing the dancing, the salsa, whatever it happens to be. All of this stuff is marketing. And why is she marketing herself if she wants you, if she's chosen you? Truth of the matter is, again, women will stop doing the girls' nights and the girls' trips and all that sort of stuff. Girls' trips are the worst because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Cancun stays in Cancun. What happens in Europe that summer stays in Europe that summer. You got to be a fucking idiot if you think that she's just having a good time and sitting around, reading magazines and playing checkers with her girlfriends. Bachelorette parties are another one that sort of fall in this category. I've had no less than 2 male strippers on prior podcasts, and both of them told me the exact same thing in their career, which spanned more than 10 years for both of them. So we've got over 20 years of data. 80% of the women, and by the way, almost all of them are in committed relationships, either boyfriends or husbands, bang the male stripper during the bachelorette party. 8 out of 10 will bang the male stripper during the bachelorette party. He's basically running a train and all that sort of stuff. So you got no time in your schedule, in your life to allow that. It's a boundary that you set. It's a boundary that you hold firm, and it helps you avoid potential problems, betrayal, heartbreak, and all that stuff in the future. And of course, the last one is social media use, and I'll get into the change in day-to-day routine in just a moment, the main topic of this title. But the social media use thing has to be managed too as well. She's again coming to you. Where do we stand? I dig your vibe. Where's this going? What are we? I like you too. If you're going to entertain it, I like you too. But, you take a look at her social media. You can pull up at her Instagram and be like, this is you, right? I mean, there's a lot of skin being showed here on these photographs. Is that really, like your plan? Is that your strategy to keep marketing yourself to a bunch of people publicly? Anybody can see this, because I can't really take a gal seriously on a long-term basis. I mean, you want to have kids with me, like you want to be the mother of my children, but like this is out there sort of thing. Even if it's salacious, remotely salacious, close to remotely salacious. You have to put the brakes on it. Okay. What's the best way to handle that? Delete it. You don't need social media. You know, what do you need social media for? You running a business on it? Nope. Okay. What do you need social media for? Or at least, the very least, a chick will make it private and stop making posts like that or anything like that. That includes like anything like hidden apps like Snapchat or any of that bullshit where she can like, oh, it just disappeared or something like that. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.